Mathers and Corbin Hazlett and Mac Traynham and Rayson Brabson, Jared Boyd, Gina Dilge. Who else was up here? Stephanie Wolf. I think I got everyone. You'll hear more from everybody as the next hour goes on. We'll get Dylan up here in a moment to tell you more about the school. But for the next hour, we're going to have different groups that we thought sort of represented what the Handmade Music School is all about and would give you a fun hour of music to listen to and dance to as you wish. And if you're just getting here, we're calling this the Handmade Music School Thanksgiving Celebration, a time to all gather together, celebrate the school, and raise funds on this National Day of Giving, Giving Tuesday. So we do have a fundraiser going right now. We have a matching grant of $10,000. So every dollar given, up to $10,000 will be matched. So every little bit counts. The food you're eating, a portion, 50% of that will go to the school as well. So thank you for supporting the work we do here. We are a nonprofit. So events like these are the lifeblood of our work. I'll get Dylan Locke up here to tell you some more.
Thank you. Thanks so much for being here. Just give you a little bit of backstory on Handmade Music School. It was formed in 2016 and was designed to sort of cultivate and strengthen the community through these traditions, music and dance and art and food traditions that we find here in our community in Floyd, Virginia and surrounding areas. And it was a way to sort of give some oxygen and some energy to the already amazing culture and community that we found here, fortunately, at the Floyd Country Store. Just such a beautiful gathering place where people come together and have for decades. And really, the more we dig into this music, it's music that's been giving people an opportunity to celebrate life for hundreds and hundreds of years. And it's a beautiful and yet sort of complex story, but the Handmade Music School is really designed to sort of pull out the really beautiful parts of it and make sure that we're engaging in that and passing along traditions to our young people and people of all ages that want to reconnect with something that they've wanted to do their whole lives and are finally getting to it or getting back to it. So it's a great opportunity for us to do that and be together and find those places of where we find common ground and can get out on the dance floor together. Also, I can't underestimate the value of art and music for young people. There are it's Giving Tuesday, and there's a lot of, this world needs a lot of things. And what I found is that when you get young people involved in art and music, especially music early on, and they get up here in front of a large group of people and build confidence through playing music, it really forms the foundation for the people who go and fight for those things that the world needs. They fight for causes and they want to build community. And so even though there are more urgent needs in war and poverty and all the things that are really hard in this world, art and music sort of build a foundation for us all going and making sure we're taking care of each other first. And so I just can't underestimate that. I've seen it happen, and that's really the foundation that Handmade Music School is built on, and it's an awesome thing. And so what we're going to do tonight is just sort of celebrate that. It does, one thing that we try and do is there's a Share the Music program. There's all sorts of things that running this takes, resources and, human beings that really care, like all of these teachers and Sophie and Heather and Kirsten and just so many people to make it go, to put energy into it, to advertise it, to tell you to come, to do all the things that we need your help keeping that going and making sure that not only we keep it going, that it keeps getting better and better and better. So I'm gonna, Sophie's gonna tell you more about all the awesome programs we've got going, but I just wanted to give you that sort of backstory on why handmade, the why. Why we're here doing this. It's not just a thing. We have a lot of purpose and intention behind what building community, especially these days, does for all of us. And one of the values that we're hoping we can pass along to other community is how to do this. We're doing a pretty good job, right? We do this all the time, so many friendly faces, and it's really pretty incredible. And we want other communities to feel the magic that we have here in Floyd County. So hopefully we can do that too. And so I'm going to pass it back over to Sophie. That's enough of that. Thank y'all so much.
Thanks, Dylan. I don't think Dylan introduced himself. If you don't know, Dylan is the executive director of the Handmade Music School and the co-owner of the Floyd Country Store, among many other things. So we're going to get another music group up here. This group calls themselves the Old Time Rowdies. The Old Time Rowdies has had lots of variations through the last couple years, but it's a group of students that have all been part of the Handmade Music School for many years now, sort of some of the first core students, I would say. And they have been playing as this group all over the place this past year. Went to a lot of different fiddlers conventions, have played for many dancers, have played on this stage many times. And it's always fun to see what they bring. So we're gonna get up here Margot McSweeney, William and Ola Meckel, and Naomi Cantrell. And they're gonna play a couple tunes for you. Y'all can come up wherever. Should we gather around that middle one? I'll leave it at that for now and let them play for you. This is the Old Time Rowdies.
This song is called Ragtime Annie. By Traynham at Jams, and it's called Cindy.
That was the Old Time Rowdies. Thank you all for playing. I'm going to take this moment to tell you a little bit more about the youth programming we do here. That was a great segue in, especially with all these lovely dancers on the dance floor. As you can see, we have the most vibrant young people community we've ever seen here before, right in this moment. It's been really special to see siblings coming up in their older siblings' footsteps, learning to play and dance. And we gather the youth community in Floyd around music in a bunch of different ways. One that started 2 summers ago has been a really special one, the Youth Old Time Music Get Together Camp. And it's for 7 to 15-year-olds. And we hold it over at the Floyd Eco Village, just a few minutes away from here. And it's a week-long intensive of music and dance for kids with many of these teachers that you saw earlier and more. And it's a chance to really dive in and find the community and joy found in this kind of music, whether the child is just picking up an instrument for the first time or has been playing for a long time. It's for all levels. So that's been a really special jumping off point for a lot of these kids, and you'll hear more about it later, that maybe gets them interested, and then they can continue. We have private lessons. We have youth workshops. Each weekend we have a beginner jam that a lot of these amazing students have been coming to and playing there together, learning new tunes. We have a monthly youth jam as well. And then we, each Friday night, at the infamous Friday Night Jamboree here at the Floyd Country Store, we feature different groups of young people. And that gives them a chance to learn how to perform, like the Rowdies just did now, to work up sets together, to try different groupings, to prepare songs, and then to share them with people and see how happy it makes everybody. So we also just launched a new program that will start in January of 2024. That we're really excited about. I'll get Kirsten up here in a minute to tell you more about that. But one of the things that so you can choose tonight, if you are giving a gift to the Handmade Music School on this Giving Tuesday, you can pick where it goes if you like to. You can donate generally, or you could specifically pick youth programming, scholarships, county sales, right across the street, or our general operating fund. And scholarships are a huge, really, really important to us to make all of these educational opportunities available to everybody. So 30% of our students in our youth camp receive scholarships. So far, we've been able to offer scholarships to everybody who applies. We offer them for our lesson program and for all of our programming, too. So that's thanks to gifts from all of you that we're able to have everybody participate, no matter where they're coming from, what they need. So if I could get Kirsten Griffiths up here, she's going to tell you more about a new program we're really excited about, the Handmade Youth String Band Program.
Hi, I'm Kirsten. Can you hear me? I don't perform like these amazing children do. I want to tell you about the string band program starting in January, and really super excited about it because it seems like the youth in this community have pretty much just evolved into this, and we are following along with them. There's been this amazing growth in young people in this community playing school. It's so music at the Handmade Music School and other places, and it's just been so fostered by this community, by the store. And so we're making another home for those children to play in a 12-week session starting in late January. When you look over here at the silent auction table, there is a sheet you can sign up and put your email and whatnot to get more information. But this program is open to kids 7 to 18, so pretty much anyone that qualifies as a kid and not a toddler can come. And we have amazing teachers. They're all on the website. And really excited. We have mentors who will pop in and do enrichments. There'll be dancing. There'll be art. And this program is going to happen on Wednesdays at the Floyd Eco Village. We have Jack and Kamali here, so thank you for opening that space up for the youth. And that's the same place that summer camp happens, so lots of you have seen that. So you can go to handmademusicschool.com to find out more about that. I'll be administrating that so these amazing teachers can teach your kids and focus on that, and the kids can focus on learning. But you're welcome to ask me any questions. I think that covers it, and you're about to see some more amazing Handmade students popping out now. Y'all ready? Okay.
That's Kirsten Griffiths, the director of the Handmade Youth String Band program. Now we are going to get the old-time water snakes up to play a tune for you.
This song is called Old Black Choo Choo.
Shiny on the day of trial run, and I'll never forget how they eyed me as it glistened in the sun. I'll be the diesel's helper if they only set me free. I'll blow the whistle at the crossing, make a diesel proud of me. Many, many, many children never feel too choo-choo sound. If they don't go back up on the railroad, never keep on chugging around. So we fall, 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 let me go so far. So we fall, 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 let me so. So we fall, 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 so la, la. So we fall, 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 so la. The black smoke rose in the distance as the diesel roared on by. But the coal miner kept on a-coming as he went on down the line. There's a new day coming tomorrow when you won't hear the whistle scream. You'll just hear the roar of the diesel like a frog going out at sea. Many, many, many children will never feel choo-choo sound. If they don't go back up on the railroad, never keep on chugging around. So we fall, 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 so let me so, so far. So we fall, 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 so let me so. So we fall, 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 so la, la. So we fall, 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 so la.
This one's going to be called Blue Ridge Mountains for me.
It's Blue Ridge Mountains for me. Blue Ridge Mountains for me. With the rocks and the hills and the corn.
That was the Old Time Water Snakes, Acacia, Fugit, Emerson Brantingham, and Rochelle Grimm. That was beautiful, y'all. Before we get the next act out, I wanted to tell you there's a beautiful handmade bookshelf on this table that is named the Blue Ridge Bookshelf, with the thought that that tune might get played tonight. That's a standard around here, taught by Mac Traynham, who we're going to get up here next. He has been a mentor to so many of us. It is due to him that I am standing up here at all. He's really who got me into old-time music and into this work. So thank you, Mac, for everything you do. If I can get you out with all your, whoever's playing with you now, this is Mac Traynham, and you'll get to hear him a couple times tonight. He is a father of this old-time music. Here's Mac and students.
All right. Thank you, Sophie. I'm very honored to be around all these kids, and these are my kids that have gone back the farthest, I think, and playing up here at the Handmade Music School, and we love to play together, and I always had a selfish motive trying to train people so I could play with them later on when I have fun myself. So, but anyway, we all have fun. They've done a lot of good at the Fillers Convention. They've won some scholarships and have been recognized for their playing. But we're going to just, I was always obsessed with the keeping the local culture and music going, because I kind of grew up out here in my 20s. Took me that long to grow up. And I went out to Mabry Mill, and there was a dancing scene out there, and a lot of old guys playing, and then I got to listen to recordings that were made by folklorists that had come around this area looking for folks that could still remember tunes from when they were young, and thank goodness they captured them, and we were able to hear them later. And I do have the honor of writing liner notes coming up for a little project on this Field Recorders Collective about a couple of our local fiddler and banjo people. Dent Wimmer was a banjo guy, and his buddy Sam Connor, and they made some great duet recordings. And one they played was this one we're going to play next, called Shooting Creek, about our little local road down here. All right, y'all ready? Saw these two up here, was on the street, and they were dancing kind of like these kids, but something about their dancing was catching my attention. Like, these guys are listening to the music, and they know where the beat is, and they're doing things with their feet, and they just kind of had it born in them. So I almost wish I could put them down there and let them dance for you. But y'all catch them sometime. They're kind of shy now, so they don't like to show off much. But anyway, they got that going in their music, so it helps their music. When they're dancers, I think it's going to help you play better. All right, we'll do another local tune. Comes from the other side of Buffalo Mountain, called Carroll County Breakdown. We've been playing that a long time now, haven't we? All right, let's kick it off, Cole.
Thank you, Mac and William and Ola. We're going to get Morgan Grimm up here next. I was deciding how to introduce her. I could introduce her lots of different ways, but I'm going to, for the first time, call her the informal head of our parent-teacher organization that hasn't started yet, but kind of has, because Morgan has been amazing at coming up with ideas to bring the school community together, with helping execute them, with so many things. So she's going to come up and just share a little bit about what the Handmade Music School means to her. But first, let's put our hands together for Morgan. Thank you for all you've helped us with. This is Morgan Grimm.
Thanks, Sophie. Yeah, Sophie asked if I would share from a parent perspective, and I said I would love to. My husband, Daniel, and our 4 girls have been involved recently, and my husband and I grew up involved in different folk ways. My husband through traditional agriculture with his grandfather and his father, and me through recording oral histories in both high school and college, and really believing in capturing the stories of a community. And through both, we became convicted that a community's traditions, culture, and heritage really matter to the present and the future of a community. And having, especially working with teenagers, having them believe that their place has value really contributes to their overall identity. So music is a big part of that. It just wasn't a big part of our story. So we wanted it to be a big part of our kids' story. And so when we, or at least having the opportunity. So we were looking around as we had babies at like, who is doing this well with their kids right now? And Kristen Griffiths always had just a crew of these little dancers and musicians, and we'd ask her like, how did you get your kids involved? And is it just natural? And Max said it was. And, but he also, she gave us some great ideas for teachers. But she also said, this is not, this isn't just a situation where our kids go into a lesson, sit, and then go practice alone in a room. This is caught, not taught. This kind of music culture happens in community. They're learning in community, front porch picking. And so I understood, because that's how a lot of folkways work, right? So and she also encouraged us to start at home building a music culture, which was hilarious. Meant that we got some instruments off Craigslist and learned the art of making a fool of ourselves in the living room. And we signed our kids up for the Joy Jammers, which is Carrie Kovic's amazing program for the youngest kids involved in the Handmade Music School. And then we did private lessons through the Handmade Music School for COVID. And that was cut short, but it wasn't really until the summer camp that's been mentioned, that missing piece of doing music learning and community happened. Because, Sophie and Heather and Dylan and so many of you in this room had this envisioned what the camp could be, but then executed it so well. And it was an amazing camp, but it was what happened after that really kind of brought our family in, because it felt like almost weekly invitations to keep joining the circle, the music, the dancing. And so it was our whole family. Now, the second summer, we had 2 kids involved. But again, there's opportunities for our littles to dance. So we feel like it's our whole family being invited in. And we saw that there were things that have been happening for decades, like the Floyd Jamboree every week. But it was because of camp, the kids, they were familiar with the tunes, they were familiar with some of the teachers, there was faces there they knew. So they were joining in these traditions that had been going on for so long, but with this familiarity and this buy-in that they didn't have before camp. But we also saw that the Handmade Music School responded to the need of all these families and kids and provided new things like the beginner jam that happens every Sunday. And that is just a beautiful picture of intergenerational partnership and teamwork and humility, as they say, we don't know these instruments, but we're going to work together and learn these songs and traditions together. And so we're super excited that we have been able to watch that and be a part of it. And we are also really excited about this weekly program that's starting, because we know you guys can do a good camp. So we fully anticipate you're going to do an amazing weekly program. But for our family, we were kind of looking for this. And we were looking for our kids to get involved in the regional and local music scene. But we're really excited that we think that this music weekly program is going to really reach out to the families that maybe they aren't looking, and maybe they don't realize that this is a really beautiful and valuable part of our community. And then lastly, I just wanted to say, as a parent, I remember, I still feel this way often. But I remember having this feeling much more often before being involved in the Handmade Music School. You're kind of watching Floyd's beautiful music culture from a distance and thinking okay, I don't know how I could get involved. That seems like a pretty saturated group of really talented people. And I feel like the Handmade Music School is like the arms and hands that are kind of reaching out to people in the community and saying, no, there's room for you in here. No matter what your interest or skill level is, there's room for you. There's a place for you here to hone these skills, to be a part of what we're doing here. So I really believe in the Handmade Music School for that reason and how we're bringing people in. So I'm excited to be a parent involved and excited to see it grow.
Wow, thank you, Morgan. We were all holding back tears back there. That means a lot to hear that from a parent. I just wanted to thank all of you in here. We have a lot of amazing parents and community members who have supported all the work we do here in so many ways, bringing your kids to things at all hours of the night and day, all the things it takes to play music. We're going to get here one of our amazing Handmade Music School teachers, Jessie Smathers, who you will also find across the street working at County Sales. And Jessie, you've heard a lot of old-time music so far, and you hear a lot of old-time music in the Handmade Music School, but there's also bluegrass. So Jessie's an incredible player of all the things and all the styles, but an amazing bluegrass player, and has a great crew of students here that he teaches through private lessons. He'll also be a guest at the string band program this next year. And he was a mandolin teacher at our youth get-together. And two of his students here, Arnie Miles and David Slaughter, are going to join him and show you what they've been working on.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking Jessie, who's teaching us both our instruments. And I also want to say, man, I feel old.
Arnie's been taking lessons for a couple of years now, hasn't it? I guess?
Over a year.
Over a year, yeah. He started on guitar and then has been working on mandolin. And David, I've been working with David for
a whole month.
About a whole month. That's right. But these guys are both from Clarksville, Virginia, and talking about the mission of the Handmade Music School and community and building community. We see it all the time living here in Floyd, but over a year ago, Arnie told me that he had nobody to pick with down in Clarksville, Virginia. These guys rode up from Clarksville today. And anyway, Arnie single-handedly, I believe, started a whole jam community down there. He started, well, tell me a little more about it, Arnie. There at your local store that you...
Yeah, we started out in a small little retail vendor mall that I own, and we outgrew that within 2 months. And we negotiated with the VFW, who encouraged us to come down and have been advertising for us and has been selling a lot of beer in the background. But that has been a wonderful venue. We started out in their little bar, and then we rapidly outgrew that, and they moved us down to the main VFW hall, which has just been a thrill. And since then, we've built a Facebook community, and Dave has been sponsoring more jam sessions in the wineries and the brew pubs in the region. And I'm so super excited because I think we've really exploded an acoustic music scene where there was a need and a desire, but it just didn't exist.
So that just shows how, the Handmade Music School, just influences other areas of, not just our own community that we see all the time, but just all over Virginia and all over the world, really, So let's pick one.
Yeah. Are we starting with that one or the other one? Let's start with Blue Ridge Mountain Home. Start with the other one.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it, but start with the other two.
Blue Ridge Mountain
Home.
Gonna start with it.
Yeah, Blue Ridge Mountain Home.
Well-beaten path in that old mountain home where I wandered when I was a lad. And I wandered alone to the place I call home and those blue ridge hills far away. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia.
right, we're going to change it up a little bit. I think this might be the first waltz of the evening.
All right.
Ready? What? First waltz. Dave and I are both huge John Prine fans. Ready? 1, 2, 3. When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky, where our parents were born. There's a backwards old town that's often remembered so many times that my memories are worn. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adrian Hill, where the air smelled like snakes and we shoot with our pistols. The empty pop bottles was all we would kill. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. The coal company came with the world's largest show, and they tortured the timber and stripped all the land. And they dug for their coal till the land was forsaken, and they rode it all down to the progress of man. When I die, let my ashes flow down the Green River, let my soul roll on up to their Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse and Arnie and David. That was beautiful. Thank you. And also, thank you both for reminding everyone that we don't just teach kids here. We also do things for adults. And one of my favorite things about old-time music, this whole Appalachian music in this region, is the multi-generational aspect of it. There are so many times in here where there are 5, 6, 7-year-olds playing with literally 90-something-year-olds. 3 of my favorite musicians are in this area and are 93 to 95. So that is a beautiful thing about this music, is how it is available to everybody. So thank you all. We're going to get Corbin Hazlett up here next to play for you and tell you about county sales. Here's Corbin.
Hey, folks. My name's Corbin Hazlett. I'm the general manager of County Sales, which is part of the Handmade Music School. County Sales has been around for many years. It's been here in Floyd County for 50 years this year. It's been a brick and mortar record store specializing in bluegrass, old-time traditional country, and Cajun music. And if you talk to most anybody in their 20s and older, I'm I'm almost 30, so I guess I'm going to have to start saying in their 30s and older. But if you talk to most anybody within traditional music of generations past, County Sales was the place where people got music. I mean, you couldn't really just go down to your normal record store and find the music that you're hearing tonight or that's taught through the Handmade Music School. So what we do is we carry on that tradition of sharing regional music, especially that of regional artists who probably can't get their music out the same way that folks on major labels can. I'm going to play you a little piece of music here that I learned from a gentleman named Mike Seeger. And Mike Seeger was a great old-time musician, really played everything. And he learned this from a guy from northern Tennessee up on the Kentucky border who actually cut a county LP. But we hear a lot of dance music in old-time and bluegrass music, a lot of fast-tempo music for getting up and shaking a foot. But within traditional music, you got to think music was recreation, and it was emotional release. It was how people lived their lives, and a lot of the music that was made wasn't just for dancing. So I'm going to play you a little piece that Mike taught me that he learned from a guy who made a county LP. This is called The Lost Gander. Thank you, folks. Lost Gander. Turn it back over to Sophie.
Thanks, Corbin. That was beautiful. As Corbin said, County Sales is part of the Handmade Music School nonprofit. So some of the funds raised today will go to support that organization as well and keep paper, CD, actual music you can hold in your hands in recorded form out in the world and keep these beautiful musical projects going. So we're going to get some more friends up here to play in just a moment. But I wanted to let you know we have about 15 minutes, probably, more of music. And then there'll be ice cream for everybody. We're going to do an ice cream social thanks to the soda fountain here at the Floyd Country Store. So we'll have a table set up over there with ice cream. Students are all welcome to it. Donations suggested for everyone else, but help yourself to ice cream. And we'll be hanging out and jamming. So I know there's some young people here ready to play music. So when this performance piece is over, we'll be down here on the floor. It's a great time to chat and hang out and bid on silent auction items. The auction items will end at 7 o'clock. So if you are really set on something, you can put your check right before 7 and put your names down, and then we'll be announcing the winners of the silent auctions at 7 o'clock. The Airbnbs and the landscape consultation also have some online bids coming in. So there is a chance you might get outbid online on those, just so you know. But we're going to get the McSweeney family up here, Misha and Margot and Noonie, to play for you. This is an amazing Handmade Music School family that's involved in so many ways and always has beautiful music to share. So y'all can come on out and play us some tunes. Oh yeah, perfect. The McSweeneys. Do you have a band name right now?
Yeah. Just... Yep, stool. Okay. Can everyone hear? Okay. I think I'll move over here.
Are you singing?
Yeah, for the second one. This first one's called Foggy Creek. Bring our little sister Noonie up here to sing a song. You can sing in there now. You want to sing it now? Okay. Ready? Okay. Watch me.
Mama sent me to the springs, told me not to stay. Fell in love with the pretty little girl, could not get away. Chawing, chewing gum, chewing gum. Chawing, chewing gum, chewing gum.
That was Margot and Misha and Noonie. Thank you all for playing. That was lovely. We're going to get some more of our amazing teachers, Gina and Jason Dilge, to play some music with you, for you, with a few of their students as well. This is Samuel and Luke are going to play for you as well, I think. Or Luke is here to play. And Luke and Samuel's mom has also made some amazing art that's over there on the silent auction table. Lindsay Spencer, thank you for all the beautiful art that you donated tonight. There's beautiful instrument block prints and Christmas ornaments. Morgan's holding them up. Lovely instrument art. That's another tradition that's so tightly tied to these musical traditions, is all the craft traditions. So we love tying those two pieces together, especially we do a lot at that at the youth camp. The weekly program will have an Appalachian craft element too. So tightly connected. This is Gina and Jason and Luke.
Good evening, everyone. We're thrilled to be here tonight. Gina and I are instructors at the Handmade Music School, and we've been working with a bunch of the kids that are here and just having such a great time, and it's a pleasure to be here tonight. Oftentimes, Gina and I have been playing together a long time, and often we play as a fiddle and banjo duo, but I've been working with Luke and a few other kids on the mandolin, and it's just amazing how fast they pick stuff up. In fact, they pick stuff up so fast that you can take them upstairs, teach them a tune, and come down and play it on stage. Like we're going to do right now. Luke just learned the melody to this tune that we're going to do. Again, we normally do this as a banjo and a fiddle duo, but it's going to be fun to change up our arrangement a little bit and bring Luke in on the fun. This one's called Elkhorn Ridge.
Praying for sunny skies.
Luke. Awesome. So we're going to change up a little bit, and we're going to do a fiddle tune that my mandolin students have been working on. It's an old fiddle tune called Liberty, and what? Right there? Yeah, you're great. And if Samuel wants to come up and dance, you're welcome. You guys are all having fun on the dance floor, so all right. I don't see Samuel, so let's go ahead and take it off. So kick us off, bud.
All right. Y'all give it up for him one more time. Jason, Gina, Luke. Nice job. All right, friends, come on up here. So we just have a couple more things. Thank you so much for hanging in there and letting us show you all this amazing talent and good friends and what we're working on. One of the things that we also like to do is, we like to talk about Mac Traynham a lot because he's been kind of a guiding light for a lot of us. And one of the things that he does, and our good friend Jackson Cunningham and Ward Elliott and Michael Kovic and Michael Mears, is building instruments. That was another thing that was a tradition, and not only was it utilitarian, people were making instruments around here because you had to. But this was before you could buy them out of the Sears and Roebuck catalog. But the other thing about them is they're absolute things of art, beauty. Look at the inlay on this. This is a Mac Traynham banjo that someone donated back to the school so that we could auction it. And we're going to be auctioning it immediately after tonight, trying to raise money. So we mentioned the Handmade Music Youth String Band program. Well, for that new program, we're going to need a lot of instruments. And so what we're going to do is we're going to auction this banjo off and try and raise a good bit of money to be able to put that into some new instruments for this new program. But, the other thing Mac does is he takes in, I think William and Margot are building a banjo right now. Anybody else? Ren is building a banjo. He's also helped my wife Heather build a couple banjos, and he even had Rhoda Kemp when she was 92 years old. 89. Okay, she's 94 now, so that was right before COVID. Rhoda's out there, and Mac's hilarious because you have to it's kind of a Karate Kid thing where you have wax on, wax off. You got to go out there and stack some firewood. He had Rhoda Kemp out there stacking firewood at 89 years old. She didn't mind. She was out there doing it. Anyway, it's a cool thing. And we're going to have Mac play a tune on this banjo. This is a beautiful fretless banjo. And like I said, for all of you out there in live stream land, go to handmademusicschool.com in the next couple days, and we'll be putting this up for auction and try and get a bunch of bids in for it to be able to buy some new instruments for our new program. So anyway, y'all give it up for Mac Traynham.
Anyway, fretless banjo is kind of different. Of course, it doesn't have the little things called frets on it. So, like a violin or bass, you have to kind of get you to feeling where the notes are and get it tuned up very good, and then you can do some things that you can't do with fretted banjos and get some sounds that are kind of unique and really ancient kind of sounds. So I thought I'd try a tune that comes from a wonderful banjo player, Wade Ward, and he learned tunes back in the 20s, and no telling where he got his sources exactly, but this tune has got a title that sounds like it may have come from Scotland or somewhere, called Die in a Field of Battle. It's just an old fretless tune.
All right, Mac Traynham. Y'all check out his banjos, and he's making some guitars now too. He's got a website with all kinds of pictures. It's Mac Traynham. Is it MacTraynham.com? MacTraynham.com. TRAYNHAM.com. All right. Well, the next group is another family band, and really excited to have them here with us tonight. They are doing awesome stuff. And please make them welcome to the stage. This is A Mighty Friendly Mountain. And this is Ren, Epi, and Pelly. Hello. All right, let's see. Let's get you on this one. You gonna dance?
song we're going to play for y'all tonight is called Red Mountain Line.
Give it up one more time for A Mighty Friendly Mountain. Pelly and Epi and Ren, hello. That was beautiful. We have one more song for you, and then I wanted to invite, again, anybody with an instrument. I know lots of people just got ice cream. This is definitely an optional thing, but if we could get all the teachers who are still here and any students who want to join, we'll play a last song up here all together, jam session style again, and then have time to visit, do some last bidding on the auction items, and eat ice cream. Thank you all for staying and listening. I also wanted to say hello and thank you to the virtual audience. There's been people joining on the live stream tonight as well. We are at $12,465 in our fundraiser. Thank you all. Amazing. That is many, many, many kids to summer camp and the weekly music program. Many records and projects for county sales, and many new things that we can do and things we can build on with the Handmade Music School. This is with our matching funds. We have $10,000 of matching funds. So there's still more to be matched as donations come in. This fundraiser is open till midnight tonight. So thank you. This is incredible. We are going to get Jared and Raceland up here to play a fiddle banjo duet for you. This is who would usually be playing tonight on a Tuesday night, Tuesday Tunes with Heather and Dylan. And both of these fine musicians will be teaching in the Handmade Youth String Band program next semester and do all sorts of things with the young people and with everyone in the school. So we're excited to get them up to play a tune. And everyone else who get ready to play the next tune all together. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you in a second.
Ooh, perfect. Just gonna do one, or you want an instrument mic too?
What's that?
Just want this? Say one thing real quick. Before we hear these fine gentlemen play a tune for you, I want to send out some love to our good friend Ross Peacemaker. We just did this project, another Handmade Music School project, supported by the Virginia Commission for the Arts, Harmonic Heritage Project, which is doing recording projects with our elderly folks. And we did get this done, and we had a CD release concert on November 15th. And he's been in the hospital the last couple days and not doing so good. And he's going to be going down to Charlotte, North Carolina to live with his son. And we just want to send some love out to Ross. All right. Raceland Brabson, Jared Boyd.
Hey, guys. I'm Raceland. This is Jared. And we're going to start teaching the string band class for the Handmade Music School in the new year, I believe. And we love all kinds of old-time music, but what me and him really like is the hard-driving dance music. So that's probably what we'll be specializing in. So if any of y'all young'uns want to play that hard-driving fast music, that's what we're going to do. We're going to give you a little taste of it with a song called Shoe Fly. Ready? Here we go.
That was Raceland Brabson and Jared Boyd. Let's give it up for them one more time and for everybody who played tonight. Thank you to teachers and students for playing. Thank you all for being here. And we hope to see you again soon at all the different things that happen in this building. Most days there's something. This weekend we'll have, let's see, what is this week? Where are we at? We'll have all sorts of things. Beginner jam, main old time jam, jamborees. We have a workshop coming up, a Carter family presentation open to all levels of instruments. And you cannot bring an instrument and just come listen, and you'll go home with a Carter family CD from County Sales. And in the next few weeks, we'll be announcing the dates for the youth get-together. So keep an eye out for that. We'll have 2 weeks, and we'll be partnering with Floyd Fest to offer youth programming, music programming there at Floyd Fest. So things